brother-in-law. Regardless, he's still directly related. What's up, guys? That guy with a pencil here. Fun fact, I do mean to have it on me and keep it on me at all times. Another fun fact. Yeah. Come on now, you know what? Yeah, it is. It is Kagurabachi time, chapter 101. No chapter on the first page, though. No chapter title on the first page, so I don't know what chapter is called. But I'm excited. Thank you for everyone who pointed out to me that apparently in the original translations, it is in fact not brother, it is brother-in-law. Or not in the original translations. In the original text, it is brother-in-law. Obviously, I should have picked up on that. I know it is actually not common, but it's possible for actual biological brothers to have different last names. Because, like, you know, different fathers can happen. Same mother, thing like that happens. So maybe my brain automatically went to that. But no, in the original text, he's called brother-in-law. So, Akimura Soga is related to Chihiro's mother. Not actually Kunishige himself. Right? He's not a Rokuhira. He's a Soga. And presumably, so was Chihiro's mother. Have we met another character with the last name of Soga? Not that I know of. I literally quickly ran throughout the entire wiki. I couldn't find anyone else with the last name Soga. So, we still don't know who Chihiro's mother is, but apparently, I believe Hokuzono-sensei mentioned either in a volume or an interview that, like, that will be a plot point. Like, we will have met, we will meet or hear something about Chihiro's mother. So that is still going to be something that's going to be important eventually. But obviously, with that still being the case, with him being the brother-in-law, that means he's the brother to the wife, meaning that Chihiro's biological uncle is Akimura Soga, the wielder of the Shinichi. Now, I do naturally wonder, does Chihiro know that? Because obviously, especially with the end of last chapter showing not just Azami's determination, but also Shiba as well. Clearly, Shiba and Azami didn't tell Chihiro much of everything. We knew this from the start of the series, but even when they promised to tell him more, clearly they didn't tell him everything. So, like, does Chihiro know he's going to try and go boom, or at least attempt to boom his own uncle? Does he know that? I have no idea. But regardless, I'm very, very, very excited to find out. I'm very interested to see how this is going to go. Obviously with Yura saying, hey, now that I know that you're in your right mind, Gangaroni. Wait a second, why do I gotta bother with this? Let me give it to you real quick. I'm very interested to see where that's going to go. I thought we were gonna get a three-way division, but if we really get the Sword Saint teaming up with the Shakuda, oh wait, maybe fried. Yeah, I said fried. The strongest enchanted blade, back with the strongest wielder of the enchanted blades. And what we got? We got regular Uraha, regular Natsuki. Well, there is no other Natsuki. Regular Natsuki, Kiri, a still weakened HAKURI as far as we know, and like one actual blade wielder. Obviously, we could possibly get the other two blades back to the other two wielders. We still haven't met them yet. Well, we still know what they look like, but we haven't met them in depth yet. But Kuguri has a sword, and I don't think we know where the last one is. Do we? Do we know where the last one is? I know Kuguri is carrying one of the swords. But I don't think we know what the last one is. But the Hishaku have all the swords. Like, there's no way they're going to get those back easily. So regardless, we're in a real interesting position. So let's only see one time on top right in chapter 101 of Kagurabachi. Alright? Shout out to Azami, though, bro. Like, to have your literal arms ripped off and still be moving? Yeah, that's some crazy level of determination. I know I saw, like, the sparking aura around him, meaning he is still using his family sorcery to, like, essentially move his body, probably. But still, the determination and clarity required to do that, and the clear, like, focus and need he knows, or not knows, but has to stop Yura at any cost is pretty crazy. But now, knowing that Yura isn't even being, like, messed with by Soga himself, Soga's like, hey, I've been waiting to speak for someone I've been waiting to talk to someone for 18 years, dog. Let's just chat, gang. I'm very interested to see, because now, for all intents and purposes, Yura should have unfettered access to the Shinichi, considering he's literally wielding the blade right now. Let's see. Boom! Jeez. Alright, so the kick does just get blocked from last chapter, and then Yura just kicks him off. Alright, let's see. Okay, but Azami lands. Blitz of... Oh, he may be fried. Chapter 101. Safe Zone. Alright. But you know, now that I think about it, considering Soga is the brother-in-law to Kunishige, and considering Shiba and Azami were very close friends to Kunishige, and the chapter's called Safe Zone, I do wonder if Soga's gonna be like, hey, is that my boy Azami? I think I just heard my boy Azami up there. Hey, chill on that man. Like, he's still gonna be like, leave him be. He's a cool guy. Let's see. Because it looks like Yura in spite of kicking him off, immediately went up and blitzed him and put the Shinuchi to his neck, which seems to have activated the flowers. Oh, and thank you to everyone who also, there was the main correction of last chapter that in the original text, it is the wielder of the Shinuchi, the Sword Saint, Akimura Soga, is the brother-in-law, not the actual brother to Kunishige. Also, the Shinuchi is not called the Shinuchi. The Shinuchi just means masterpiece or greatest work. I literally just reread Kagurabachi not 3 weeks ago, didn't even realize the real blade's name was, or the blade's real name was Magatsumi. I didn't know. They'd called it the Shinuchi so consistently, and I just called it the Shinuchi so consistently, I thought that was the blade's actual name. I had not an earthly idea that Shinuchi just meant something else, and in reality, it was called Makatsumi. Whoops. My fault, OG, my fault. But now that I know, I'll still probably call it more commonly Shinuchi. Once again, it's just straight muscle memory at this point. But I do know. Thank you for everyone for informing me. I do now know that's actually called Magatsumi. I wish I had an excuse. I know sometimes I'm just dumb. Let's see. Okay. But interesting though, he's slowly but surely diffing Azami. He's not just diffing him, right? If anything, it's actually kind of crazy now knowing that Yura left Soga turned off the whole breaking Yura's mind thing, right? Like he shut that down. Why did he leave Natsuki alive? Why did he leave Uruha alive? Why is he doing this to Azami and not just instantly booming him? Clearly he could just one-tap Azami. He ripped both of his arms off. Like, obviously I know the narrative reason behind this is that, shockingly enough, Natsuki, if anything, I really thought Natsuki was going to go. But Natsuki, Uruha, and Azami are a little bit too narratively important to go. Like, that's their reasoning. But even, and notably the reason why a bunch of other people survived is because he just used the flowers on them, right? Which isn't the malediction? I don't know. But whatever ability it is, he's using the flower ability on them. And sorcerers can resist that, unlike regular people. So, like, there is that. But specifically for the case of Natsuki, Uruha, and Azami, who were directly fighting him, not people who were just in the AoE range of the flower ability. I wonder why. Like, in Yura's mind, he's like, I'm gonna be the new king of this nation, dog. Like, I need some strong assets. Is that why he's specifically sparing them? Because, like, clearly, if he could kick Azami back here and then immediately put the blade to his neck to activate the flowers, then he could just, even while the blade is still sheathed, just straight knock Azami's dome off. For real. But he's not. He's still leaving him alive. Let's see. Yeah, it's gotta feel horrific. Like, and I wonder, like, how does it work? Oh, like, obviously, we'll probably never fully get an explanation, but, like, does it turn your veins into, like, flowers and plants, and that's what starts to burst out of you? Or, like, do seeds get planted in your body and start to grow out? And once again, I do wonder how Trishaku's abilities work in relation to this. Because we know Trishaku's abilities work by specifically using a seed to grow into a massive tree, but seemingly Shinuchi has these plants that grow out of people, and it just seems to drain their life force. Let's see. Very, very Hanami from JJK Coded with their cursed buds, except, you know, we don't know if the Shinuchi operates on buds or just, like, mutating your body to release these things. Let's see. Sorry, I keep doing that. Oh, okay, so it's intensifying. Interesting. No! Alright. Ikuza? Let's see. Normally, only one vessel operates the force field. But now, there's a second who is able to tamper with the force field settings, making it repel the enchanted blades. Having two vessels is also causing an electromagnetic disturbance that's blocking our phones, totally isolating us from the outside. Okay, interesting. I mean, I guess it makes sense. Like, notably, it's hard to send, like, telephone, or, like, it's hard for signals to reach through, like, thick enough concrete. And they are deep underground, on top of all the energy that's being transformed into spirit energy from the ground. All the thermal energy that's being transformed into spirit energy from the ground. And then, of course, two people messing with it and blocking out the enchanted blades. That's a lot. So I get why telephones don't work. Let's see. Isolating us from the outside. Oh, wait, no. This is Ikuto speaking. No! Normally, only one vessel operates the force field, but now there's a second who's able to tamper with the force field settings, making it repel the enchanted blades. Having two vessels is also causing an electromagnetic disturb. Oh, and that's why he says electromagnetic, because he can feel electromagnetic thanks to his ability. Let's see. Having two vessels is causing an electromagnetic disturbance that's blocking our phones, totally isolating us from the outside. Or reinforcements, and the enchanted blades. They can't reach us unless we kill this guy. Ah, okay. And now he still has enough energy to go back and realize it. He's still nearby! Oh, and someone pointed out that people should probably be able to hear Kugara, or what is essentially supposed to be Kugara, because it just seems weird if people can't, and like he is notifying stuff. I don't know. I still think it'd be even funnier if like Kugara is not speaking at all. Let's see. But nobody has the capacity to figure out the trick. Oh. Interesting. But is it even a trick? I mean, it may be a trick. It could be a sorcery though. Like, I mean, that'd be a crazy sorcery, just like literal immortality. But if anything, why not just rip the scroll out of him? Right? Like, sure, you may not be able to boom him himself, but like, he can't control the barrier if there is no longer a scroll in him, right? So like, you could still do what you did before, but this time have Kugara aim directly for the scroll and like rip it or break it. Like, I doubt the scroll's indestructible, so like, you could probably still boom him, but it looks like that may not be the case, because I see Portal Guy saying something else, or Vessel Guy saying something else. Master Izaru, at this point, there's only one option left. ... Kill me. But like, wouldn't that give him full control over the barrier? Is that what you want to do? That doesn't make sense. Like, maybe there's gonna be some contingency built in, but what do you mean? Is it... Huh? Let's see. Kill me. If I die, the force field will transfer completely to him. His ability to repulse the enchanted blades will become even stronger. But the force field will also stabilize as the okay. So they're still able to block out the enchanted blades. But like, if anything, why don't we just desync you for a little bit? Why don't we just turn you off and allow it to stabilize in that way? But the force field will also stabilize as will the electromagnetic field. We'll be able to communicate with the outside. If I die, we can call in the reinforcements who don't bear enchanted blades. But they still won't be enough. Like, as powerful as she was been implied to be, don't get me wrong. I believe he kind of cracked in crazy with it. And obviously Hiyuki is the one who's stated to be equal to an enchanted blade, right? With the flame bone. It's still not gonna be enough for the Magatsumi, dog. It's not gonna be enough. You need a little bit. You need to do something with the enchanted blade. You gotta get them in, dog. I don't think this is the move yet. Let's see. If I die, everyone will be saved. Well, that sucks. He's like, yeah, dog. I wasn't really expecting. I was supposed to live a life of luxury, but hey, anything for the mission. Let's see. Oh, all right. So we're getting Dexter on this guy. All right, let's see. I took this job for one reason. To build a better world. Money. Hey, you know what? I can't even knock bro's hustle wustle, dog. Like, how could I? Hey, not to sound crazy or cruel, but you're alive in the modern day. You know, the one thing everybody can understand in this world is that paper, that green, that money, dog. So, hey, I don't even blame him. He said, I give up my guts, I give up everything for that money, for that bread, for them bands, dog. I mean, I get it. Obviously, I have my standards, I have my limits, things that I just won't do, even for big racks and stacks of money. But, hey, I get it. It's a job. And ultimately, when you think about it, right? Sure, he had to lose organs. He had to lose the ability to reproduce. He's a fundamentally different man, right? But think about how many people are like ruined by their work. Heck, look at me. Look at how I'm sitting. Realistically, I should not be sitting like this. There we go. This is how I should be sitting at all times. I gotta fix my posture. Gotta put my head back. Like my head should be back like this at all times. I'm gonna immediately go back into slouching. But that's the thing. Like me, and I work a desk job. And slowly but surely, I'm jacking my body. I'm like messing with my spine. I'm doing a whole bunch of bad things to my body. And I work a desk job. Think of how many people sacrifice their physical form for money. Whether that be working in construction, whether that be working in combat, anything on that line. Your body is being sacrificed and broken down anyway. Just throughout the course of your life. But then most jobs on top of that degrade it even more. Most very common jobs too. Anything that has intense physical labor involved in it is hurting your body. No matter how strong, quote unquote, or literal, like I can't even say quote unquote, I know many strong construction workers, but no matter how strong you do get, you are incurring a cost. So this guy is incurring a cost all at once. And for 10 years, but then for the rest of those years, he gets the money and to live freely. What's it? Money. I'd been through nothing but poverty. Some money was everything to me. It was for money, not some lofty cause. I want to devote my life to the nation and the people. I bluffed my way through the screening to become a vessel. Hey, I mean, like, admittedly though, I'm trying to think about every time I interview, it is literally just me. But also just because, like, I can't really keep up a facade, not for an extended period of time. In short bursts, I can keep up a facade, but like a whole interview, especially like multi-stage interview, I can't do that. So it is usually just me. But I get it. When you really want something, sometimes you bluff, sometimes you stretch, sometimes you exaggerate, sometimes you read and sell based on your scenario. Like, obviously an interview is one thing, but even in, like, for an extended period of time, I think about, like, whenever I would have to write essays for classes, I would kind of tailor my writing style and how I interacted based on who was evaluating me. So one professor may get this style of writing from me, another professor might get this style of writing. That's the kind of same thing for interviews, except he's doing it, obviously, for his entire life. Let's see. Or for setting up his entire life. Let's see. I bluffed my way through the screen to become a vessel. Those guys are blind as bats, and that's coming from me. He's all poor. Darty's arm. He's fine. Let's see. No more toiling away outside, risking my life. I just have to sit here where it's safe for 2 more years. When my term's over, I'll be swimming in cash. I mean, that's so, man. It's not 2 days or like 2 hours before retirement, but 2 years, because it's like a 10-year term, right? That man had made it. He was set. But unfortunately, it wasn't good enough. It always happens right before you're set to retire. Let's see. When my term's over, I'll be swimming in cash. Oh. Okay. Well, maybe he changed. Let's see. Yeah, he's shaking. All right. Let's see. Are you sure? Send the money to my parents. Hurry. At least let me go down with my head held high. Oh, well, what? So he did it for the money. He did it to have a safe, seemingly simple role. He did it for all that. In the end, he grew a loyalty. Let's see, though. Looks like he's always like, hey, maybe blind isn't bad, but I'll still boom you. Let's see. Admirable. Wait. I was wondering where he went. I thought it was so weird he wasn't backing up your the fight. Hello? Hokuto! Buddy! Pal! What? Did he actually... Oh, and I do want to point this out. Since Hokuto's here, I hadn't had a chance to mention this since Hokuto hadn't appeared for a little bit. I saw a video where someone pointed out that Hokuto may actually be like the son, or at least like directly a student of, or descendant of, the one arm, the Reagan one sword style. Very specifically because of the panel, the way he... Now let's use my sword of worthiness. I don't want to dislodge those katanas. But, like, very specifically how he did it, even with his arm gone, like this, it was very similar to the, Reagan one sword style that we saw from all that time ago. So it seems like Hokuto may have direct links to that just based on his sword fighting style. But here he is. So this is the job he was sent to do. Is he sent here to destabilize, maybe? Or is he here to keep him alive? Maybe? Let's see. Because it looks like he's attacking Izaru specifically. Shing. Yep, he's swinging for Izaru's hands. Splash. What's happening? Ugh! Wait. Oh. But no. He's still fine and alive. I do love the little Kugara mask acting as like a pointer. But he lived. Looks like Izaru got boned by Hokuto, or at least they're fighting now. Let's see. Huh? Wait. Kill one of ours? He must be trying to relinquish the barrier to restore communications. If we slay him, we can call in reinforcements. Or you could go for the scroll. You could go for the scroll, gang. I don't know. Am I thinking, like, is the scroll just indestructible? Is that like a binding vow of some sort? A pinky promise? Like, why can't you not just rip the scroll out of, Yukisana? I feel like that could still be a viable thing, but let's see. Oh, is he gonna do it? Hey, that Kisana summoning thing you did back there. Can you send one to where I'm pointing? About 140 meters that way. Ah, smart. That is a very long finger. But, interesting.
You look calling me bad on my detection abilities. I need a longer rest before I can pull that move again.
Ah, okay. Interesting. So that's a, let's say, one time. So essentially, Ikuto got to be cool for a moment, but him and Kugata still do need time to recover, right? And once again, they've been out of prime, they haven't been taking care of themselves, so it makes sense that he can't do too much, at least not right now. Need a longer rest before he can pull that move again.
Need a longer rest before he pull that move again.
Blug. If you send it close to him, I can use my magnetism to take him out. Y'all really just aren't even gonna try to take out Yukisada? Really? I don't think relinquishing the barrier is gonna work the way you think it will. I don't even think getting Shiba. I mean, like, maybe they think that Shiba could teleport in. Maybe they think Shiba could teleport to Chihiro, and yeah, maybe Shiba could teleport to Chihiro and Samura, grab them, and then use his teleportation because blocking out the enchanted blades. Maybe Shiba's teleportation registers is different. Maybe that's it. Because otherwise, I still don't think slaughtering this guy is the best move. I think ripping the scroll out of Yukisada is. Let's see. Wait, but one person's sacrifice could save everyone. Think about the opposite scenario. Ah, that's true. Like, you literally see everyone writhing because of the Magatsumi. You see this guy shaking and sweating. But, like, can't you just leave? Maybe not. Maybe he's like hardwired. Maybe he needs to perish. Let's see. Imagine the horrid nature of surviving while everyone else dies. Yeah. Is the zombie still alive? Let's see. All right, there we go. So wow, that's actually a big buff for Hakuri's range. I'm pretty sure, because he's teleporting a katana from the storehouse, 140 meters away. Okay,
I see you. Go with the song. I see you.
Oh, okay. So yeah, Izaru is still alive. Oh, okay. That's smart. So there we go. So that's a good way to do it. You just remove him. I was wondering, why couldn't he just leave? Well, maybe Hokuto would have boomed him. But why couldn't he just leave? That's smart. Just Hakuri, instead of offing him, ate him. Well, not ate him, but like, move him to the storehouse. If he moved him to the storehouse, he can directly be linked up to the barrier. That's smart. Look at my glorious King Hakuri being a smart little boy. Let's see. Huh? Wait. Hakuri, what did you do? Did you swap places with him? Of all versions, how do you do that? Let's see. Huh? Hey, where? What? Where'd he go? What? No, wait, so was Hokuto actually sent to boom him? Why would he do that? Let's see. I have no idea. Oh, it's just glazing you, Hakuri. Wait, what do you do? I mean, like, still, he's disconnected from the thing that allows him to control it. Like, if you kicked him out, you kicked him out, I guess. I don't know. I mean, these things work, I suppose. He's not there. Let's see. I have no idea. Oh, yeah, okay. So, yeah, he's in the storehouse. Yeah, but see, that's my, and there we go. That's my, so he accidentally warped himself there. Oh, okay, so that's cool. So he teleported himself there and then registered. Okay, that's smart. So he teleports himself there, registers him, teleports him to the storehouse, and then I guess but then why do you seem so confused? Why do you say I have no? Oh, that's him being. This is him meant to being a bad liar. I have no idea. He teleported him to the storehouse. That's smart. That's my glorious, amazing, legendary, handsome, juicy, Deuteragonist king, Hakuri, dog. Yeah, finally. That's my king. Let's see. Huh? You may still get your money, big dog. See, you can sign yourself to that too quick. I don't even know your name, buddy, but you may get your fat racks. Let's see.
Where am I?
Yep, tapped him to register him. Ikuto's like, I thought I was gonna have to boom him. Let's see. Basically, he needs to be gone, right? From this space. And Shiba was waiting. Let's see. Took you long enough. Hey, be happy he's here. But I wonder. Alright. So he instantly teleported. Is Hiyuki here now too? Is you about to face a 2v1? The enchanted blades can't get in. But let's see. Yours gonna turn. But see, this is why you should have boomed the zombie, dog. Why are you gently ore farming everybody? Let's see. Alright, turn.
Oh, we about to get straight peak.
Yo, no duh. All I didn't even think. We are about to jump Yura's bum booty behind right now. Let's step outside. And he grabbed him by the tie too. It's cinema. It's straight. It's straight. I'm not even at the end of the chapter yet. I still probably got like 4 more pages. Spaghetti. Samura, take his dome off now. Samura, Chihiro, Hiyuki, I need to see a 3-peat drop on his dome now. Let's step outside. Whoop. Take it from here. Oh, whoa, wait, why is your ore farming? Yo, look at, yo, the ore farm is crazy. The ore farm is genuinely insane. Look at this man. But let's see. It's been so long. Are we finally going to see him? What's the chapter called again? Safe space? Oh, safe zone. Okay, so yeah, the safe zone, I assume, is meant to be the storehouse in this case. Let me see. Gripping the Magatsumi. It's been so long. The manga's not ending here now, though. Interesting. Let's see. Oh, the flowers went away. All right, so he took a lot of damage, but he made it. Let's see. As the Kabunabi, we can't allow the 7th Enchanted Blade to be on the loose. Just for your revenge. Revenge? No. I just want to fight together. For what my dad believed in. Look at him! Samura posted up. Chihiro posted up. And look at the end, dog. 1 goldfish and feathers. Well played. Okay. If you couldn't tell by how geeked I got. Glorious, legendary, beautiful chapter. Maybe one of my faves. Let's talk about why. Why do I like this chapter so much? Number 1, it had me looking up, down, left, right. It's not a cheat code. Okay, do I go into the one hypothetical negative? You know, I'll call it a mystery, not a negative. It's not a positive or a negative. I don't know why Yura is consistently sparing these people. Oh, I just realized it looks like an open blade here, but then it's only sheathed in the next panel. Yeah, it's just sheathed here, but then it's drawn as an open blade here. But I don't know why Yura's not booming Asami. I don't know why he didn't boom. Not like obviously, this is the whole idea of meta-narratively versus narratively. Meta-narratively, I know exactly why he didn't boom Azami, he didn't boom Natsuki, he didn't boom any of them. I know exactly why. Because if he boomed any of them, those would be some major characters off the table. So I get that. But in universe, I want to know why. There must be some reason why Yura is specifically not booming them. At least I hope there is. I don't want to just be saying, well, the plot needs these characters alive, so they're going to be alive, right? Azami specifically, maybe you could excuse Yura not understanding the full nature of the Shinu. I mean, no, but here's it makes it even worse, right? Last chapter makes Yura's actions even more confusing. Because by confirming that Yura's not actually being like, he's not having his toes tickled by the Sword Saint right now. By confirming that, what you also, as a byproduct, confirm is that he has no time limit anymore. Soga wants to speak with him. Akimoto is like down to chat with him. So what you do by having Yura for some reason not boom anybody and just rely on the flowers to do all the booming as like a little baby malediction, it's kind of weird. Especially like I can maybe excuse Natsuki and Uraha because he was maybe still on the time limit then. Maybe the Sword Saint very specifically was still digging in his dome. Just digging it. He was just digging deep in Yura without his consent. He was just digging in Yura that entire time. So Yura's like, and he had to sprint away. But especially based on last chapter, and Azami's still showing up to fight him, why is he doing it like this? Why is he, one, kicking Azami away, and then just putting the blade up to his neck to activate the flowers, but not just, like straight up, with how powerful Yura's been implied to be, even with the blade blunted, he should just straight, this is the same guy who what, like, dragonflied off both of his arms, right? Why not just dragonfly off his dome? It's because Azami's so important a character to boom, right? That's why. So that's my one critique. That's because that is exclusively, like, it's a bit of little narrative can I use little narrative dissonance in this context? Hold on. Because I think I may be using little narrative dissonance wrong. Let me see. Little narrative dissonance. Okay, yeah. So, see, that's different. Little narrative dissonance is a conflict. So, that's video game specifically. So, it isn't that. It's not little narrative dissonance. It's just narrative dissonance. Where I, as reader of the story, can tell why these characters are still alive. Because they're too important to go. But in universe, there's no real reason why Azami's still alive. Like I said, Ura and Natsuki and most people you can probably excuse because Yura was on a time limit, but now he's not on a time limit. Azami, especially living through all this, not the biggest fan of that. I think the only way I can, like, excuse it and, like, still fun when give this chapter a 10 out of 10 because I want to excuse it is he wants them as soldiers or something like that. Like he wants them to see the new world he's crafting, right? Especially Azami, Uraha, Natsuki. Not really. We don't know if he participated at all in the original Seisei War. We're usually going with the idea that Yura is like a lost royal family member, like he was king of the island who now wants to be king of the world. Maybe he wants to see those who made him and his people suffer, like, go on to suffer in his new world. That's why he's not booming them. If that's the excuse I'm meant to read into, then that's fine. But currently in the narrative, that's not fully established yet. Yura even being related at all to the island is kind of just straight pure headcanon as far as we know. Or headcanon built on assumptions and, like, theories, but still, that's the only one issue. But why is the rest of the chapter so peak? Number one, setting up the seeming inevitability of the force field needing to be stabilized the way the force field needs to be stabilized, right? By having this guy, whose name I don't even remember. Like, I'm not sure if we got this guy's name, but this guy, the barrier man, having him perish. That's a pretty hard condition to set up. Obviously, it puts us in a bad state because now Yuki Sada will have full control. It'll make things hard to get. So I thought we were just fried in that case, right? We're just going to call Shiba, but Shiba's not going to be able to do anything, not on his own. I didn't even think of Shiba teleporting, but I'll get into that later. But with it being the case, if I die, everyone will be saved. Setting this guy out. Explaining his motivations, his reasoning, all that. Giving us a little bit of history behind this guy. I like it. I respect it. And once again, like I said, we all destroy ourselves for money eventually, right? Because ultimately, you can't live without money. You try to not work, not pay a single bill, and see what happens to you. You will be put out on the street. And at least in the place that I happen to live, they're working to criminalize not having a home. Well, further criminalize. You're already criminalized in a lot of areas, but like they're trying to like big criminalize it. Like, oh, you committed the crime of not wanting to pay bills. You don't want to pay your life subscription. Boom, jail time. Now free labor. I won't go too deep into that, but there's that. So like, money do make the world go round, quite literally in many ways. So I like setting up this guy as like a relatable dude, and once again, sort of the allegory of people sacrificing their body, their organs, their time, everything anyway for money. This guy just gets to do it all at once. That's very nice. Him not initially wanting to do anything for the sake of the government and just doing it for money, just bluffing. That's really cool, and seeing that contrast, right, where he once was like that, but now he's like, okay, it's either me or the world, and in this case, I'm willing to give myself up. As long as, if you can send the money to my parents, if you can do whatever it takes, do it. Boom me. He's shaking, he's uncertain, he's clearly not fully ready for it, but still he's willing to do it. And I respect that. I respect the want to do it for money, and I respect the willingness to go beyond the munyan. And then Izaru, admittedly just being ready to boom him, also makes sense for the character. He's a hard-nosed, struggling war veteran, essentially. So yeah, he's like, hey, for the greater good, Kagurabachi, and he goes to boom him. Then, Hokuto. He doesn't do too much, but he comes in and he actually ends up saving Portal Guy's life and attacking Izaru. Of course, he didn't actually do too much to Izaru. Izaru seems to be fine, based on what you see later on in the chapter. But still, the fact that he got the attack off, very good. I love me some Hokuto. I'm glad to see Hokuto in action. This seems to be his main mission. I'm not sure what the point is, though. I'm wondering why. I mean, I guess maybe it is just to make sure that the vessel guy stays alive. That may have been Hokuto's main mission all this time, which is kind of crazy, but still works out. And then on top of that, HAKURI himself. HAKURI is like the core piece of this chapter that lets everything fall into place, right? Because we obviously have Ikuto setting the foundations and being like, hey, we gotta boom this guy. Use your powers to help me boom this guy so we can boom this guy to make sure everyone doesn't get boomed. And bring that moral dilemma to HAKURI, right? And honestly, I thought he was just gonna have to go to the moral dilemma. I thought when I saw the blub, he was teleporting a sword. But no, my glorious King HAKURI, when faced with an ultimatum, finds a new path, because he's just coded like that. And seeing Hokuto's Ikuto's determination to do it, right? Where he's like, we got to do this for the sake of everyone. One person's sacrifice could save everyone. Like they're in these uncertainties. They don't know everything that's going to happen. Everything is still up in the air, and I like that. I like seeing Ikuto being forced to struggle with that, but also being a person in his position, a person who's already lost so much. He's like, I know what sacrifice takes. I know what sacrifice needs. I know what sacrifice means. So help me do this. I like that. And I like how he ends up guiding Hakuri to essentially change fate. Hakuri teleporting in and then warping the vessel guy out into the storehouse. A real smart way to get him out of this space without actually having to boom him by putting him in the storehouse and Hakuri coming there himself. Very, very cool. And even then, we get a nice little sneak little funny moment where I didn't even get it at first, where Hakuri goes, I have no idea. That's if he was the one who didn't intentionally teleport him, which is hilarious. And then obviously the aura of it all, right? Phone rings, they got the call in to Shiba. Shiba shows up, doesn't even fight Yura, but does seemingly blitz Yura, right? Because Yura turns around and goes to attack. Gets blitzed, because you can see he has a teleporting effect here. Then Shiba just teleports him outside, right to where he sends the others. So showing Shiba truly is the apex of sorcery, as Yura was not able to get anything off. And then now, he's faced off with the truth, as Azami seemingly recovers. It looks like because of the range of the Shinichi now being, or the Magasumi being so far out, it looks like the flower stopped, right? So everyone could hypothetically be saved and recovered. And now we get it. The reunion of Yura and Chihiro. The man who took Kunishige Rokuhira's life, and the son of Kunishige Rokuhira. And Samura is here as well. But of course, with Samura being here as well, that means everyone who is down under and feeling the effects and pain of all the battles they went through, Azami included, somehow need to get some different type of healing, because Samura's not there to do it. I thought Samura was going to break through the ground, but no, they weren't able to do that. They simply stood and waited. And we're here for it. And notably, as cool as this obvious dual battle will be, I love Chihiro standing posted up with just the one fish from N10, and I love Samura posted up with the one wing, because he's a one-winged angel. I hope Hiyuki gets in on this. I hope everyone, like, legit, I now want everyone to get in on it. And at the same time, I still kind of don't want the story to end here. I want Yura to fall here. I want Yura to make a gamble. I want Yura to gamble on Akemura Soga. He knows he can't win here. He's not good enough for the Shinichi just yet. Even with his raw power and stats, he can't beat 2 Enchanted Blades at once. And then Hiyuki could show up making basically a 3rd Enchanted Blade. And then so on and so on. And more characters could just keep showing up thanks to Shiba facilitating. And then Shiba himself could show up and help fight. I want Yura to be pushed into a position where he needs to gamble on Akemura Soga. And bring him to really get the battle going. But overall, you can tell from all that. And me already pre-drawing at the start and then pre-drawing again. Let me pre-draw for a 3rd time. Or just post-draw this time. An amazing, thick, juicy, scrumbly-umptious chapter. So, if you made it all the way to the end of this review, please leave 3 blades, 1 battle. 3 blades, 1 battle in the comment section down below. I want to thank you so much for watching. Please remember to leave a like, share, comment, and subscribe. And make sure you hit that little notification bell so you do not miss out on any videos that come to the channel. Also, you're going to have a Patreon down below. Use for me for as low as $1 a month. Things like exclusive videos, early content, and more. You also now become a member to the channel for as low as $3 a month to get the same perks and more. Some of those perks include the live reactions here, the series I have to review, ad variations of all my videos, early access to all my videos, your name at the end of literally every single video, and if you are a $3 member or higher, or the $5 patron or higher, you get access to your name read aloud at the end of every single video. And when I mean early access to videos, I don't just mean early access to videos on this channel, I mean early access to videos on the second channel as well that got the reaction. Currently, at the time of recording, there are 3 early access videos up. There will be more. Once again, I want to, like, the next goal for, like, the next little live reaction bulk recording session is to get to, like, the end of this year. And then I'm going to keep going into next year. Because people think about reaction videos, and I don't have to wait for them. I just need to make them. So there's going to be a whole bunch of early content up for that for patrons and members. On top of that, this chapter will not be dropping. I think this will probably drop 2 days from the time it actually being recorded. So this will be an early access video as well that you could have access to if you go Patreon or member. So overall, there's all that. And of course, if you just want to drop 5 beans for a short video or 25 beans for a long video for the one time to get that out of your boy, you can do that with the Ko-Fi in the description down below. But now, I'd like to thank you so much for watching. And I hope you guys have a wonderful day. This is That Guy with a Pencil, writing off. I'd like to give a thank you to our sketch tier members: Eternal Flame, Red Wolf 4765, Astro, Glacier XZ, Zera, Brendan Payne, J2MA, Gyomi, Bura Ura, Enzo, Swift Strike, Super Flame Zero, Yuki Ally, Azo2404, Striker Man, Grim, Straw, Ollie, The Boy, Corey Watson, Damon Brown, Magic, CCC, Ramondo Furin, Dino, Axis XC, Plant Crone, Pickle, Heath Nelson, Hector Gonzalez, P-Sub, Black Sage, Zapro, Tim Thomas, Alex Kenny, Kaving, Julian Perez, 8SOA, Akolade Bamatunde, Union Eye, Oryxen, Nevis97, Sheesh King, Logan Guzman, Karina Hernandez, Window Life, and Dead Meme. Then, I'd like to give a thank you to our line art tier patrons: A+A, Kevin Encarnacion, Sean, Midnight Lord 21, Dread Zoan, Alyssa Bujanos, and Norgazi Andasov. Then, I'd like to give a thank you to our ink tier members: King RTX and Shrimpo the 4 Shrimp 06. I'd like to give a thank you to our digital art tier members: Jay Warrior and AZ Void. I'd like to give a final thank you to our colored art tier patrons: Wakimunos and Wakimunos.